Thanks for stopping by, guys, and welcome back to Stormworks. Today we're going to be looking at a new tank design. This is the XMBT Mark 3.1 Opal. Now, for those who may already know, there is a tank challenge going on, or a tank building challenge that's being hosted by Mr. N Jersey, and this will be my submission for it. I've already submitted it, and well, today I want to take a look at it a bit beforehand. So here we are actually at the test course, and for the sake of getting this video started, I'm actually going to go ahead and bring this back to the lift. And now that it's spawned in, I can kind of take you guys through the starting procedure and everything for this vehicle. So go ahead and climbing up on the ladder, we can get up to the turret. You will notice a number of hatches around here, as well as on the back. All these little hatches just have supplies in them, and they should be marked as what they have, with this one over here particularly having the refueling hose. So up on top, you have the driver's hatch and a supply hatch. This will let you into the main compartment. There we go. Go ahead and hop in here and get into the seat. So with a bunch of dials and switches around, the main one you're going to need is the mains power, as well as the generator start. This is using a jet electric drive, so there's a jet powered generator in the back of this tank which charges the battery and drives the electric motors that actually make the tank move. There was an earlier version of this tank that had a diesel electric drive. However, this version, while it does use about 3 times as much fuel while sitting still, it uses about 1/7 the fuel while moving, which is significantly better than the diesel one was. And even though I had to reduce the fuel capacity because of the size of the generator, it was well worth it. Now you will see the generator output here, as well as your fuel and battery level. Let's go ahead and look at some of these controls here. So of course you have your cameras. This is the driver's view. This is looking down the gun barrel. This is the actual main control for the camera. And you have a reverse camera back there. You can also press this button to zoom in with the gun camera and the main camera. The buttons up front, stabilizer on, target lock on. You'll see it try and lock to the little warehouse that we're in. IR, external indicators, which turns on all these little lights you'll see around. The external white lights for driving and aiming at night. Camera zoom, which I've already shown. Track speed controller. This will set how fast the vehicle is driving. 10 is a little hard to control and mostly used for cross-country driving. All the way at the bottom is really slow, and it's meant to give the stabilizer the best chance of working at longer ranges. Stabilizer isn't exactly perfect on this design. Smoke launchers 1 and 2. You'll see the smoke launchers there. And the light illuminator shoots a white flare parachute that will illuminate the area at night if you need it. It's really nice. It looks really cool in my opinion. Also here we have the idle power, which will run the generator at pretty much a minimum fuel consumption. So you do have enough power to run all your electronics, but you're really not doing much more than that. You're not going to be able to drive under this power. And you also have the generator stop, which you need to turn off the idle power to do. And it will kill the engine. It does take a minute, so you want to leave that on until the generator is fully dead, or else it'll fire right back up, which we're going to let it do. Another interesting thing to note is once you actually have everything running, you can technically turn off the mains power because the generator will take over for any power draw. Alright, I think I've spent enough time rambling about controls. Other than the ones that are on the keyboard itself. W, A, S, and D for driving. Up, down, left, right is how you aim your gun. You'll notice that the gun snaps to the laser if you are pointing it into the sky like I am now. The little cage around the camera there will help move the turret, which is an issue a lot of my older tanks had. But once you're looking at something, it'll move smoothly. Stabilizer, target lock. Let's go ahead and enable the stabilizer just so you can see what that looks like. It's not perfect, like I said, and it's mostly useful when you have the tank set to a slower turning speed. track speed up and down, as well as a little slider on the back here. So let's go ahead and turn it all the way down. So here you'll see the stabilizer being able to keep up now that the tank is slower. Smoke 1 and 2, just so you can see what that looks like. And now, without any further ado, I am going to go ahead and crank the speed on this all the way back up to about 70%. And we're going to go ahead and complete this course. I am also going to turn the stabilizer off and try and get the gun back forward a little bit, just because the barrel can get caught on some of these obstacles if I'm not careful. As I'm not paying attention to where I'm driving. Well done. Alright, take 2 of the driving course. Let's do this. Now that the gun's fully pointed forward, I'm not trying to maneuver the gun while focusing on an obstacle course. Now also keep in mind, this is not as fast as the tank can go, but at this speed, about 70% is what I would suggest for anything kind of nimble like this. Anything above this is mostly meant for just cross-country. Also, I think I was supposed to do 2 rotations there. I just did 1. Oh well. It's got neutral steering, so it's just been the same thing, just take longer. And this is the one that usually gets at me. These bumps are actually quite rough, especially here at the end. Take it a little bit slower. There we go. And for the sake of high speed, crank it all the way up to 10. And the actual end markers have disappeared. I don't know where they went. Oh well. And there we go. That would have been the end of the course. So that is really most of what I have to show off for the tank. I do also want to show off the stabilizer a little bit more, as well as the nighttime capabilities of this vehicle. So let's go ahead and change this over to night. So a few things to note while you're in the cockpit. This little light here helps with the poor man's aiming reticle, helps light it up. And you also have the red light so you can help see where buttons and switches are. As well as having all these dials glow. Those glow green for some reason. And you will notice there is a little bit of light bleed from that interior light, but it's not much, especially when you're looking at it from the front. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the exterior indicators. See what the lights look like. There you go. And I'm going to turn that off, turn the IR on. Let's aim at that tower there. Let's go ahead and move our speed all the way down. Target lock. And flare. And there you go. You can see it illuminate and kind of glisten on the tank, and I love it. So now that we can actually see, we don't need IR. And you can see just how the gun stabilizes and locks onto that tower. If I turn, little hold direction indicator. You can see I'm actually driving away now. It's not perfect by no means, but I'm really happy with how this works. Let's turn a bit. Oh, I've completely turned around like 180 degrees. Let's head. I'm trying to watch this driver's thing here. Aim a bit more towards center. So yeah, this is the XMBT Mark III, with a whole host of features and things I really do plan on improving in the future. I think I've shown off everything. And the flare has hit the ground, so we're going to launch the other one. Absolutely love that. Just dunk. Now everything's all lit up nice. Idle power. And I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. If you have suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Show the channel, enjoy what I'm doing. Please subscribe. It helps out a lot. And right now, shares help the channel the most. So if you do want to help the channel, please share this episode with a friend. I do want to also thank Captain Bob for being a member over on the channel and supporting me in that way. So without any further ado, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.